my people, how are you doing? I hope you're having a damn good day and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be doing Chelsea's £80 million signing from last year that's only arrived this year for this summer in the upcoming season. That is Christopher Nkunku, signed for £80 million from RB Leipzig. Will he be able to fulfill his destiny and become Chelsea's superstar? Well, we'll have to see alongside the likes of Fernandes and Gallagher in the midfield. That could be a Caicedo soon enough. But I think the signing could work out really well. When I look at Nkunku and I think of Pochettino, I think of what Pochettino did with Dele Alli, and I think Nkunku has maybe not the same build. I know Dele Alli was like 6'1" or 6'2". I think Nkunku is like 5'11", but they have more or less the same attributes and the same ability to play off the shoulder of like the big star striker. In this case, it's 75 overall Nick Jackson. But nonetheless, I do think of the Dele Alli role, the Dele Alli mold, and I think of Pochettino and Nkunku more or less following those lines, those guidelines. We saw after Pochettino left Spurs, Dele Alli kind of fell off a cliff. So, you know, maybe we can see something very similar. Now, out of 10, I would rate the signing as an 8. It would have been a lot lower if they hadn't have gotten rid of the likes of a Kai Havertz and a Mason Mount and so on. Of course, Chelsea's biggest issue this past summer was getting rid of a very bloated squad, and they've done incredibly well to do that. So good on them. Nkunku is going to be their star man up front with the likes of Nick Jackson, Sterling, Madueke, Gallagher and Fernandes and so on. And it probably would have been higher if they had made the signing now, although I do understand that I think they paid his release clause, if I'm not mistaken. But it was the fact that like they paid it like last season and it's only now that they're getting him. So yeah, not exactly a 9 or a 10 out of 10, but an 8 is pretty damn good if you ask me. Now, as for his instructions, and also guys, I scored a free kick with Nkunku in the video above, so if you want, smash the like button just for that alone. That would be absolutely super dope, and damn well cool if you could. We ended up beating West Ham in the game above 2-1, by the way, just so you know. So yes, as for the instructions for yours truly, Nkunku, you want him playing off the shoulder of the striker. Like I said, the Dele Alli mold, you want him to be he can either play as a centre forward or as a centre attacking midfielder. We have him as a centre attacking midfielder for this formation because I think that's what Pochettino is going to actually use him as. But he can also play on the wing, although the likes of Sterling, Madueke, Mudryk, of course, I don't see him playing out wide as much. I know he played there for PSG. And maybe a little bit for Leipzig, I'm not exactly sure, but mainly for Leipzig he was played as an attacking midfielder or as an inside forward or part of a front two when they played their 4-2-2 formation. But even then he wasn't like the out and out striker. He like was always off the shoulder of either a Silva or a Werner or a Poulsen, one of those strikers. He was always playing with them, alongside them, not exactly as the main striker up front, which is why I think Pochettino is going to use him in this mold a lot more. So, as for his defensive support, you want him to stay forward, you want him to be in the build-up play for the attacking runs, the counter-attacks and everything. He is quite pacey. I was very shocked when I did use him, how fast he can actually be. As for the support crosses in the box, you want him to get into the box. Of course, you want him as that secondary striker, playing off of the likes of a Jackson, making sure that he is in and around the areas, in dangerous areas, putting himself in those dangerous areas to score the goals. As for the positioning freedom, you want him to have a free roam role so that he can more or less buzz in and around the likes of a Jackson. Very much like what I said with the Jesus and Havertz ordeal, where Jesus was more or less finding the other pockets of space that Havertz was not occupying. I have a hair on my nose. Anyway, that Havertz was not occupying. You can't have two guys going for the exact same areas, the exact same spot on the penalty box all the time, because it's going to cause a cluster for you, and it's going to eliminate two of your best attacking options to score the goal. So you want at least one of them to be maybe slightly off, making a back post run or making a near post run, while the other's in the center of the box. And that tandem worked out really well with the free roam for Nkunku and the Nick Jackson to stay forward, as well as keep his position, of course. And of course, Nick Jackson is going to be the target man, so he is going to be the central point in the box, and you want your Nkunku to be in and around. And what I liked about this role as well was I noticed he would also sometimes hang back, like just outside of the box, and make like a late charge in, and that helped a lot. I mean, I got quite a few chances with him just by doing that. And of course, another thing I really like about this is he picks out like little pockets of space to operate in, very much like a Juan Mata type thing, which I really do like, and I can see Pochettino more or less implementing this for him going forward. So yes, free roam essential for Nkunku to be essential for your team. And then as for the interceptions, I have it set on normal. You don't really want him to be tired because he is probably going to be your most attacking outlet. And if he's tired, he's not making nearly as many runs. And if he's not making nearly as many runs, he's not creating space for the others to make runs. And therefore, it's a knock-on effect, and it just will cause Chelsea to crumble, offensively wise. So yes, smash the like button down below if you have enjoyed this video. Let me know who you would like to see me do next. And of course, until the next time, guys, have a great damn day.